as much as we dislike him personally, I thought Louis was immense in this game for Salford. Really dynamic and
It hurt, but he did have that extra bit of vision and a bit more. He was willing to put himself into the line a bit more, which you not. You tend to see him sort of be stood a bit further back and then come in quickly, but he
yeah.
did take it up before he passed a lot more, which sort of drawing defenders in a bit more than he has been.
Yeah, because you wouldn't think he'd be scared of that. He's not a small halfback, is he?
No.
Compared to some others, but yeah, no, it's Salford can they made a heck of a game of it, and count themselves unlucky. What was your comment on the what was your thoughts on the Bentley try?
Um, I'm really struggling to remember it.
Too many games.
Yeah,
The match winner. The match winner.
rugby league over it. Yeah, I I think it was probably right. I think as it went up, it came down. That's just the
Yeah.
way of things, and I think it would be very harsh to deny that. And I think you kind of want them to err with the attacking side always, and I think that's, as we've talked about before, that's where you want it to lean if we're going to go any direction. I think they kind of deserved it for that enterprising play, and to be fair, they did well to get that. I think.
Yeah, I mean, as we discussed last week, I think the double movement rule has been redefined, and this was entirely consistent with that definition. So I was completely happy to see it scored. Not just because I'm glad that James Bentley's getting a chance, because quite frankly, he was sensational for Bradford when he was with us, and I'm disappointed that he's not getting to play regularly at the top level, because I think he probably could do if he wasn't at such a great team like Saints. But yeah, for me, it was the right call. And yeah, it's unfortunate for Salford, but that's the way it falls, unfortunately, sometimes.
Yeah, and definitely the highlight for me was that Regan Grace break right towards the beginning, where he just comes out of nowhere really and streaks
Yeah.
through and shows why he will be in the Great Britain team come the autumn.
Yeah, see, that was going to be mine, but I'll probably pick. I really liked the Lomax to Coop break as well.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, to be honest, you could have picked a lot of these tries in this game. It was incredibly entertaining. So yeah, well done to both sides.
yeah. Lachlan Coote's a fantastic player. He's just going from strength to strength. He's now settled in and
Yes, he
seems like
has,
he's
hasn't he?
yeah. There's not a lot of. Doesn't feel like with him. It doesn't feel like there's. And I think it's the way Saints operate in general with their overseas players. It doesn't feel like someone there's going to be a lot of drama around. It feels like he's much more in control and just getting on with it.
Yeah, because they managed to make Jamie Lyon a stable, reasonable performer, didn't they? When he'd had a very troubled life, kind of
Yeah, well,
down under. So
he'd been found. I must have. Have I told the story of how Jamie Lyon was found?
no, I don't. I don't remember it. Go on, you
So
might as well.
it was all because Eamon McManus's nephew was out travelling in the outback, and he went to some small country town and got talking to the barman, and the barman was none other than Jamie Lyon. He said, "Oh, I used to play a bit," and I said, "Oh, right, okay." And this is when he was sort of having his time away from the game, trying to sort of
Yeah,
reset
yeah.
himself, and then off the back of that, he sort of rings up his uncle and said, "Oh, we've got this guy. He might be worth having a look at. Have you ever heard of him? He's called Jamie Lyon." And he's like, well, "What? You're with?" He said, "Have you got him there?" And that's how one thing led to another. And before you know it, he's signed for Saints on the back of Eamon Manus's nephew going backpacking.
There you go. Small world of rugby league.
Yeah, there we go. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Anything more on this game?
Let me think about my star player. It's difficult. You could pick between Coote or Makinson. I'm gonna go for Lachlan Coote.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think. I think overall for the overall game, I'd agree with you on that one for the whole end-to-end performance. But
Yeah.
Regan Grace still wins that highlight medal. Anyway, moving on to our third game, also on Friday night, it finished Huddersfield and their very irritating cowbell 30, Hull Kingston Rovers 22, having been 8-16 to the away side at the half-time interval in front of 4,621 people, one of whom was armed with that awful cowbell, and Robert Hicks was our man in the middle. In terms of statistics, one thing that did leap out was there was not a lot of tackling in general, as hardly anyone made too many tackles. But for the winning Huddersfield side, Jacob Wardle getting one try assist and 142 metres with 2 clean breaks. Jeremy Gilvery, 2 tries, 109 metres with 2 clean breaks. Akuma Tai roping in for 117 metres, and Lee Gaskell with a try assist and 105 metres. For the losing Hull KR side, Mitch Garber ran for 163 metres. Craig Hall took a try assist and exactly 100 metres. Junior Vaivai dropping in a try and 118 metres, and Robbie Mulhern ran for 109 metres, and we had some fan views on this one.
We did, and Tom didn't let us down on this one either. My wait for an 80-minute performance goes on. We just seem to swap between playing the first half or the second half. Don't get why the Wizard only plays Atkin, who was the best hooker in that 17, for 9 minutes at the end. Can't blame him for wanting to fuck off to a club that will play him. Well, onto Magic. We've been good there in recent years. Oh, shit.
Yeah, John got in touch to say most entertaining part was watching the Saints video ref at the end.
I don't know what that's a reference to.
I just think it was just, did they screen the end of the Saints game?
Oh, maybe they did. I don't know. There you go. Paige has been in touch. Said, well, after seeing the halftime score, thought Rovers were going to breeze through it. Tom happily sat there, big smile on his face, took it into a whole Victoria sponge cake.
Whoa, well, where was ours?
Well, he has to keep his energy up for the match reviews, obviously.
True, yeah.
However, as he came near the end, it looked like it might have gone stale, just like the Rovers' performance.
Oy.
Don't worry though, as the Wizard isn't worried. Wonder what brilliant words will come out of his mouth next week. Hashtag Tim Sheen in.
Very good. Another one from John said, well, wasn't the most entertaining game, but what I can take out of it was the fact that Innis Senior is so much better than Uarte, and Oliver Russell is better than Frawley, because all Frawley does is dummy, but he's no Blake Austin, so they never lead to anything. Well, another tale of two halves for Rovers, and another frustrating victory that could have been but wasn't.
Yeah. How much of this have you actually seen?
Highlights and a couple of rather partisan match reviews.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's the story of chaos season and probably last few seasons. Just every time you think that they might do it, they just go and smack you in the face and manage to blow up.
It's the hope that kills you.
It is the hope that kills you. And you sort of looked at half time, and I think that's about where my attention started. I sort of looked at the half time score and I was like, oh,
yeah,
that's all right. Right, it's only Huddersfield. Nothing's going to come of this. Right, don't pay any more attention. Off we go. But yeah, fair credit to them and that stupid cowbell, which is all you can hear on the highlights. But yeah, I quite like the Jermaine McGilvery try was good work, but again, a lot of it was just poor defence and just not fronting up and turning up, which is just exactly the same. I did think the Joel Tompkins try was hilarious.
Yes, I was going when you mentioned poor defence there, I thought, oh, there's a lovely segue into that. Into this, I think that if there was an award for the softest try of the year, that's already won. That's already won it. I have no idea what the Huddersfield defenders thought they were doing, but yeah, Tompkins basically tapped it a metre from, not even a metre, probably 30 centimetres from the line. And there was one defender in front of him, and he just dropped over the line and scored. It was just the weirdest.
And the incredulity on the Huddersfield forwards and defenders' faces. Like, how dare he just do that? And then the referee is automatically jogging backwards, going, "Yeah, he's done it. Yeah, thank you very much."
Entirely legal. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you very much. Yeah, yeah.
It was just fantastic because no one could. I don't think even Tompkins himself believed he'd got away with it.
No, it did seem weird. Obviously, I've only seen the highlights, so I don't know what happened. That why there was a penalty given. But yeah, it was. Yeah, because it seemed like the rest of the Huddersfield players had obviously fanned out across the line, hadn't they?
Yeah.
Expecting a pass wide or something. But yeah, why do that when you can just fall over the line?
Just fantastic, and I think that's definitely one for the end of season sort of highlight video, if nothing else.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm surprised
we
they
might have
didn't
got
put it in
relegated, but we got that.
Yeah, but yeah, no. Overall, I thought the Giants did all right. From what I've seen, the highlights wise, they seemed very structured in attack and very good out wide in terms of creating chances. From what I saw.
Yeah, I think that Gaskell Russell combination just works, doesn't it?
Yeah, it appears to.
It just seems to click for them. I don't quite know what it is and about them because there's not neither one of them you'd think, oh, that'll work, but then throw them together and it somehow seems to come off.
Yeah, I mean, Gaskell's one of those players that he's always been I've always seen him as a running threat, but not necessarily a distributor. But yeah, to me, yeah, they've really, as you say, they've really bonded, and they're actually making. Obviously, the Giants don't always come away with the spoils, but they seem like they're a solid team this year. Not spectacular, but they'll get enough wins not to be worried about relegation or anything silly like that.
Yeah, and I think general thing about this game, just looking at both sides, was just the lack of concentration. Obviously epitomised by that try, but there was lots of moments in defence for both teams where it was just, oh, excuse me, thank you, oh, leave 10 metres past you.
Yeah.
And you think it was I don't know what it was about, whether it was the evening or something, but there just was general lack of intensity and lack of concentration in that game. And it was just you just wonder, is this one where it's the overload of fixtures? Is this the kind of fixture that we'll see more of because we've got an extra 6 fixtures we don't need?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I did know this isn't a comment on the game particularly, but I did notice that the seats have continued to disappear down at Huddersfield. So I don't know whether they're getting ready for a concert or something down there, but maybe they're just going to take the seats out until it's suitable size for Huddersfield back in the Championship and as in Huddersfield Football Club, not the Giants. But yeah, that's. I'll wait to see whether they continue to dismantle the stadium bit by bit.
If they could dismantle the cowbell, we'd all be very happy. I think my highlight match of this match has to be that Tompkins try for its just sheer ridiculousness, if nothing else. And in terms of player of the match, I think I'd have to give it to Ollie Russell. I think.
Fair enough.
His all-round performance.
Yeah, I like Jerry's first try. I think that was really nice movement. But yeah, I mean, it's a losing effort. But Mitch Garber, if he's fit, he just chews the meters up, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's definitely someone that if KR aren't to stay in Super League, I think we'll be looking for a deal somewhere else next year, and he can do well for wherever he chooses to go. Of course,
well, I mean. Leeds need a forward, don't they? So. Yeah. Okay.
Right, moving on.
Down to the capital. Yeah. So did you see this game? No, of course you were at Scholars, weren't you? Of course.
Yeah, I was at this time. I would love to have seen this game, but I was stood in a car park, 5 miles away at the other side of London.
If only they'd link these things up. But anyway, so this game ended up London Broncos 42, Wakefield 34 in a nearly a point a minute fest. It was 26-6 to the Broncos at half time, well in charge. Just 1,205 people there, and Liam Moore was the man in charge. In terms of stats, Paula Abdul had a game by the looks of it. 4 tries, 3 clean breaks, 9 tackle busts. Reece Williams, Beppe, 140 metres 4 tackle busts, and 3 clean breaks. Kieran Dixon, 2 tries.